What kind of animals should be in the story?
A dinosaur.
A dinosaur, and what else?
A gorilla.
A gorilla, and then what should happen? Should they be friends or enemies?
And then there should be a dragon that fell and broke its wing.
Oh, okay. You ready?
Yeah, and brought peanut butter and put in and two monster trucks that put tuna fish
Oh,
wing
oh, that's a good one. Okay, so
of the dragon.
okay, so once upon a time, there was a monster truck whose name was Vroomy, and he went vroom, vroom. And he was driving along one day in the deep, deep forest when all of a sudden he heard a cackoo. A big, big dragon was chasing him, and he heard the dragon going flap, 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 flapping his wings while he chased him. But the monster truck said, "No way. I need to get to my friends Dinosaur and Gorilla right away." So he came up with a plan and he said, "I am going to zip through the forest where there's lots and lots of trees and lots of bushes, and the big, big, scary dragon will not be able to get me." And so the dragon was coming after him as fast as he could and blowing fire and making all of the ground turn to flames. So the monster truck was so fast, and Vroomy the monster truck was zipping through the forest. And then, right then, the big green dragon flew down to try to catch him, but crack! He broke his wing on a tree, and he fell all the way down to the floor. And Vroomy was so happy that he managed to come up with a plan, and he zipped away. And he got to his friends, the dinosaur and the gorilla. And the gorilla said to him, "Hey, Vroomy, you got here a lot earlier today than normal." And the dinosaur said, "Yeah, how did you get here so fast?" So Vroomy told him all about what happened with a big, big dragon that was coming and flying through the air, and how he came up with a plan to get the dragon stuck in the trees. And the dragon broke his arm and fell down. And the dinosaur said, "Wait, the dragon?" He said, "Do you know I'm a dinosaur? The dragon is my cousin. He's my friend." And so Vroomy said, "What do you mean he's your friend? He was trying to blow fire on me. Why was he doing that?" So he said, "No, he wasn't trying to burn you. He thought that the ground in front of you was going to be too wet and muddy, and he wanted to try to help you by making it all dry so you could drive nicely." And Rumi said, "But it looked like he was chasing me and he was going to eat me." And the gorilla said, "Well, look, he is a dragon. He looks scary." He said, "But I know the dinosaur's cousin, and the dinosaur's cousin, the dragon, is really a nice guy." So he said, "Oh no, now he's laying there in the forest with his broken wing. We better go back and help him." So Vroomy said, "If he's really your cousin, dinosaur, then maybe you can come with me?" And the dinosaur said, "Sure, where did you drop him?" So he told him exactly where it was, and off they went, Vroomy and the dinosaur, going to fix the dragon. But it was a good thing that the gorilla gave Vroomy a can of tuna fish, and he said, "You might need this." So they got to the dragon, and Vroomy said to the dinosaur, "What are we going to do with the can of tuna fish?" And the dinosaur told him, "Just wait and see. I know exactly what to do." So they got back to the spot, and lo and behold, they saw the dragon laying there, but he was not awake. He was so tired because after he fell down and he broke his wing, then he was trying to get up and he used all his energy, and now he was very tired. So they got there, and Vroomy said to the dinosaur, "What do we do? I have the can of tuna." And the dinosaur said, "Open it." So Vroomy listened, and he quickly drove over it in order to make the top pop right off, and he did. And now he said, "It's open. What should I do next?" And the dinosaur told him, "Did you ever make tuna fish before?" And he said, "Yeah, all the time. I love tuna." So he said, "Well, just the way you mash it in," he said, "do that, but very gently onto the broken wing, right where the wing of the dragon is broken. Mush it in. So that's exactly what he did. And he mushed it and he mushed it and he mushed it until the whole can of tuna was spread nicely all on the dragon's wing. And then he said, "What do we do now?" The dinosaur said, "Let's just wait until the dragon wakes up." So Vroomy the monster truck and the dinosaur said, "Look, we did a lot today. Let's take a nap because we're real tired. And then we'll know when the dragon wakes up, we'll hear him, and then we'll wake up." So they took a nap while the dragon was sleeping. Then, a few hours later, they heard a and they said, "What's that noise?" And they heard again they said, "Well, what's that noise?" And then they looked up and they saw some fire blowing. And they said, "Oh, it's the dragon." And the dinosaur was still sleeping, but Vroomy said, "Dinosaur, wake up. It's your cousin. Go say hello to him. I'm too scared to go." So the dinosaur woke up and said, "Hey, cuz." And the dragon said to him, "Hey," he said, "you know what happened?" And the dinosaur said, "Yeah, I know all what happened." He said, "How does your wing feel?" And the dragon said, "Ooh, it really hurts. I was trying to help the monster truck." And that's when Vroomy said, "Whoa, he really was trying to help me." And he said, "But the monster truck was going too fast in the trees, and so then I broke my wing." Well, Vroomy piped up and said, "Mm-hmm." He said, "Dragon, don't worry. I fixed your wing for you." And he said, "You did?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "How did you do it?" He said, "I did it with the help of the gorilla and the dinosaur." And so he said, "Try it out." So then the dragon started to flap and he was able to feel it. And he said, "You did. You fixed my wing. Thank you so much." And so Vroomy said to him, "Don't thank me. Thank me and the dinosaur and the gorilla." And he said, "Wow." The dragon said, "Thank you all." Then the dragon said, "I'm really hungry. I could use a good meal." And he looked down at his wing and he took a bite of the tuna fish and then he ate all the...
Tuna fish.
That's right. The end.